Welcome Pratom 3 or grade 3 to our science class. I think you're ready to study, right? And again, I believe you can remember what we studied before, especially if we have a review. We did last time about this STEM activity. If you watch it carefully, we made an experiment about how to take care of a caterpillar. And there are many ways of taking care of a caterpillar that we grow it into a butterfly, and we watched the video about it, and we also answered these exercises here, and you made your own drawings, right, and made your own design, and you have your plan how you would create the solution to your own problem. What I made is I just used the materials available in my home. Did you take some photos and post in here or video? Are you ready to present your project? Okay, well, for today's lesson, I want you to turn your book to pages 36 to 38. And this is about materials, right? Okay, and we talked about this one before, but for a review, so you can answer the questions in there, we will review first, and I want you to listen carefully here. Some objects are made from a combination of different materials, okay? When the materials are separated, we can reuse the materials to make new objects. Here are some examples. Shirts are made of fabric and buttons. The fabric and buttons can be separated from each other. And then look at the picture here. On the left, this one, it's a handicraft, right? They are both handicrafts. So the buttons can be assembled to make handicrafts. There are many kinds of handicraft I showed you last time, especially in Thailand. You can go to the market, or you can go to Bangkok in Chatuchak. You see a lot of handicrafts. You go to Chiang Mai. You can go to anywhere around Thailand. There are a lot of handicrafts here in Thailand. And the pieces of the fabrics can be assembled to make bags. You see bags here, many kinds, right? Okay? Remember? Handicrafts and bags. And then a house is made of many materials. What can you find in the house? It depends on the kind of house. For example, this house is made of many materials. Its walls are made of bricks. Okay? Look at the bricks here. Now, when the walls are dismantled, it means you destroy the walls. We can reuse the bricks to make a walkway. You know, a walkway where you can walk on it. Okay? Alright? Walkway is a way for walking. Now, let's think. What other objects can we dismantle and reuse their materials to make new objects? What new objects can we make them from? Let us think. Maybe a cartoon, a cardboard, maybe a pencil. You can dismantle it. Maybe anything you can have in the house. Plastic? What do you think? Yeah, tell me something. But what I want you to do at this time is answer this. The bread is toasted, right? Do you notice? It means, do you observe? It means, do you see the changes in the bread after it is toasted? All right? We saw last time that the color of the bread changes into brownish, right? Now, what causes the changes in the bread? We studied last time it was heat. And so let's answer this one for the sake of your material that it is answered. What do I know about materials? You can write like this. It's my own. You can do your own. Number one, materials can be combined. Okay? And then the combined materials can be formed into a new object. Okay? And then they can be separated and reused. All right? Now, you can make your own statement. All right? Now, what else do I want to know about materials? What objects can be made from the separation of assemblage of materials? Number 2, what are the changes in the material caused by heat? All right? And number 3, you can use your own, you can write your own, but I wrote something like this. How can we benefit from the use of heat? All right? Now, here in the separation and assemblage of materials, now we need some old shirts with buttons and scissors to cut and thread. All right? And so in here, as you see, number 1, get 2 pieces of old shirts, observe and write down the materials used to make the shirts. What are the 2 materials? Fabrics and button. Okay? Number 2, separate the buttons from the old shirts, and what happens? And can you reuse the buttons to make new objects? What can you make? And you can say, yes, I can. I can make them into a handicraft. And number 4, can you reuse the pieces of fabric to make a new object? What can you make? Answer can be, yes, I can. I can make them into bags. I can make them into bags, or I can make them bags. Number 5, what is your conclusion for this activity? You can say, I therefore conclude that we can separate the materials in shirts and we use them to make a new object, not a new objects, or to make them new objects, to make them into new objects, not a new objects, a new object. All right, no S. Number 6, what is your evidence for your conclusion? You can say the separation of the fabric from the buttons is the evidence. Okay? Now, next time we'll study pages 39 and 40. But for now, I want to say goodbye. Goodbye. See you next time.